Hello and welcome to the Superhero Hub. It's your boy Sam,
I'm Matt.
and today we're reviewing.
Supergirl.
You know it's true. I guess one thing that annoyed me. I don't like that they call Brainiac Brainy. It sounds super goofy. Oh, our nickname for him is Brainy. And then Mon-El said it a couple times, and it was just awkward and stuff like that.
They never made it up for the show though. That's what it's called.
Yeah, I know, but it's goofy. Just call him Brainiac 5. His hair. One thing that annoyed me as well, when it's inside Kara's head, his hair looked different to how he was normally, and that was annoying me as well.
Yeah, but they covered that at the end though, didn't they? Like he made himself look slightly different.
Yeah, taller.
Yeah, and I guess he changed it there too.
Come on, be real. Yeah, I gave myself a side part, and so it made you more comfortable. Because you have a...
Sure, why not? As comfortable as making himself taller.
Be real.
Sure thing.
Well, she hasn't seen his hair.
She hasn't seen how tall he is either.
Yeah, there we go.
She's never seen him. The entire thing's stupid.
I like that they introduced Streaky.
I don't know what that is.
The cat, Streaky the super cat. But it was just some random cat. And I was like... Because I watched Crypto the super dog. And Streaky and that's Ginger. So I was like, oh, it's a black cat. Okay then. The story was super goofy. It's like, I'm so strong I had to learn how to pet him. The Lena Luthor, Jimmy Olsen stuff's annoying.
Boring.
Yeah.
They keep trying to find ways to try and make Jimmy Olsen interesting. It is not working.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's bringing her down.
Obviously. Yeah. What kind of annoyed me as well, like, so I'm watching this episode, and I watched the whole thing, and then we get to the bit to the end, and you've got the ship, and then you've got Mon-El not doing anything, and you kind of see Saturn Girl, because I was thinking, and I was like, I think she's like psychic and telekinetic. And I was like, okay, so she's got them powers. And for some, it's annoying because her name's Saturn Girl. I expect her to shoot fire out her hands for some reason. So she flexed her powers.
Saturn?
She flexed...
Why would she shoot fire?
I don't know, I just expect it. So yeah. We wait the whole episode. I'm waiting to see her flex, and she just dashes a couple things at Rain. And to me, I was like, did they spend so much money on the ship and doing that kind of scene that they didn't have money for anything else? So they kept the kind of... At first, I thought the prison they were assaulting, like Lex Luthor was going to escape or something like that.
Why do you keep thinking Lex Luthor's going to show up?
Well, because I had an idea. Do you know, like the Rebirth, it's him wearing the Superman outfit. I was thinking maybe because there isn't a Superman in Earth 1 and Supergirl set on Earth whatever it is. So I was thinking, why wouldn't the version of Superman be Lex Luthor in that Superman suit on Earth 1?
Stop. It's not going to happen. Let it go. For the love of God.
It'd be more interesting. So they break out this Aaron Coville guy, I guess, which was disappointing. I just want cool things to happen in it. Am I asking for too much?
Well, you're rushing the wrong show.
So 3/4 of the episode is just like nothing, and then at the end we have a really kind of rushed ship, and then Mon-El's not doing anything, and Saturn Girl just does one thing, and Supergirl comes in, and then she gets
Yeah, but before that, it's like we get this proper cliched bullshit about how she's not waking up because of something that she needs to come to terms with or whatever the hell it is, and then she wakes up and on the outside they're like, we need someone who's strong enough to wake her up, and they're hinting at Mon-El. It's like every time we see Mon-El so far he's got his ass kicked, and now suddenly we're meant to believe him as some sort of believable hero, and then the Legion ride in to Bon Jovi like they're the Guardians of the Galaxy or something, and basically they've turned Mon-El into Star-Lord, banging on about Earth culture, which he knows nothing about anyway, only lived there for about a year, so why is he the arbiter for Earth culture? and which maybe that's the Bon Jovi joke. Either way, it didn't work. And then, yeah, she rides in Supergirl for all of what, 30 seconds?
Well, he can fly now, can't he? Because he's got the Legion ring. So he had the big thing of them kind of hover in the air for a couple of seconds, and that ended up being a big nothing burger. What was kind of good though was the bank scene when Alex got her ankle snapped. That was sick. I did like how like Rain was dashing some people about, and she like whips Alex's ankle, and it's like whoosh. That was cool. So yeah, and but like I was sitting there like, oh, this is gonna be some big dirty fight scene, and I was like, Rain's just battered her, and now Supergirl just flew in and mullered her with kryptonite in like a couple seconds and stuff like that, and it's like, and it's annoying because for me, I need to see a second fight, and I need Supergirl to get mullered, and we kind of get prophecies as well, where like Supergirl survives, and eventually Rain leaves. So it's like for some reason she ends up leaving. She don't get defeated. She ends up of her own accord leaving the planet. So what does that mean? Like in my head, I want Supergirl to get mullered again in the season finale.
I assume it means that, guesswork here, the good version of Rain's going to realise she's dangerous and think, I have to lead to keep everyone safe, so she'll fly away. There you go.
I don't know, man.
Well, that makes the most sense, doesn't it?
It's just dumb. I want Supergirl to get killed.
That's not going to happen.
They're doing.
Why do you want that? Why? They're doing everything else to Superman. Sure, one more thing.
It's going to be cool.
It's not cool. It's not cool.
What annoys me?
Go read Death of Superman.
What annoys me, which should annoy you, she got kicked the crap out of, and then one episode later she can batter her. Aren't you annoyed at that all the time? She just got mullered, she stood no chance, Rain laid the cut, and then she's in a coma for a couple of days, and then she gets out, and then all of a sudden, because forget the Legion, the Legion was that. Legion didn't do crap, we know the Legion didn't do crap, and then she just flies in, injects her with the kryptonite, problem solved. Be real. I'm sick of that.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, but
it happens all the
time. Yeah, it does happen all the time. That's exactly. I don't know. That's why I don't get it. I don't get why you're surprised. This happens on all the shows.
I'll tell you, I'm not surprised. I'm telling you, I want the second fight for Supergirl to get mullered again. Not magic.
It's not going to happen though. But it does. But whether she does it now or in the finale, she's magically going to find a way to beat her. That's how this works. The same thing happened in the Flash. He got his ass handed to him. He got his back broken. He got some magic thing, and then he could beat the guy at the end of the season. That's how it works.
Same thing happened. Yeah, same thing happened with Dark Archer as well. He got mullered by Malcolm Merlyn at Christmas, and then whatever. That's why I want Supergirl to get mullered again, because it annoys me how she's in a coma for a couple of episodes. She should be even weaker as well. She should be way weaker. You know what I mean? But nah, she comes out of it and whatever. It's like, can we agree the Legion did nothing? The Legion did literally absolutely nothing.
Of course the Legion did nothing. Same way Mon-El's done nothing this whole time.
So the fact it's like, oh yeah, I got her this time because I had friends to back me up. It's like, but they just stood. She literally just flew and injected her with kryptonite, and Rain did nothing. Like Rain literally didn't move.
And also, you know when they were bigging up Mon-El for some stupid reason, as if he'll be strong enough to take on a Kryptonian, right?
Well, he should.
They specifically used those words.
He should be.
When he's someone strong enough. Yeah, I know he should be, but he's not. The Mon-El on the show isn't. They're talking about they need a Kryptonian strong enough. Why don't you just go get Superman?
Well, yeah, because we've got the thing now. Because another thing that was convoluted. So Rain's been juked up with the kryptonite. She's in her fortress, and then you got this woman, whoever that woman is, and she's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, there are more of you." And she's like, "Oh, why didn't you tell me this sooner?" And it's like, "Oh, we needed to know you were worthy first." And it's like, what, worthy of getting battered? You know what I mean?
It doesn't make any sense.
Now you proved you got battered by a Supergirl. Now we're going to tell you there's more. Why not just say that in the first place? And then there's no way she's going to lose, full stop. This is interesting as well, because to my calculation there's 4 of them. There's her and there's 4 other Worldkillers. Wherever these people are, magically these people are going to start popping up. And then Doomsday is meant to be the 6th one, which got lost. So there's going to be Doomsday references, but don't worry about that. I wonder, I thought when she got injected by the kryptonite, she was going to be turn out as proper Rain, how she is in the comics, have an alien face and stuff like that. So I was expecting that, and that didn't happen. So it's oh, what? So magically there's going to be 5 other people, in which case why didn't they pop up when Rain first appeared? Why does she need to go out and find them? Surely her emerging and putting her symbols everywhere, whoever was watching the news would have been activated, you know what I mean, normally it is. But no, now she's going to go and get 5, which means what? Now suddenly the Legion's going to be so effective, even though they did nothing, that now Supergirl's not only going to be able to batter Rain, who crushed her the first time, she's going to be able to take down 4 others as well. Come on, be real. That's when they're going to need Superman to pop in there. They're going to need everyone.
Are they all Kryptonians?
They've all got, they're all pretty much her. They've all pretty much got they were created on Krypton, so I guess. But I wonder if there's going to be different degrees, because you see how Rain is, and then you see how Doomsday is, and it's will there be different versions? Yeah, I'm a world killer, but you know what I mean. I've not got solid Kryptonian powers. I'd assume they're all It's weird. It's she's fighting Kryptonians, but it's they're not actually Kryptonians. We're just gonna call them Worldkillers. You know what I mean? They're like a Kryptonian police force. You know what I mean?
I don't know what they are at this point in time. I think it's a bit convoluted. It's also, do we know has Doomsday been on Earth? We haven't even talked about that. It's surely that would have come up.
There's so little Superman talk that we don't know. All we know is he's come up against Lex Luthor and put him in prison, but we don't know anything else. And he's come up against whoever the one who popped up in season 1 was, Reactron or whatever. We know he's faced him, but apart from that, the Superman stuff's real sketchy. So we don't know if Superman's died yet or anything like that. So you've got to expect him to pop up, because to me it's she got mullered by one. How's she going to fight against another 4 of them? Or whether they're just going to bring in 2 in or whatever, but it's the same principle. You know what I mean? So the Legion have showed that they're completely ineffective, but 2 episodes down the line they're going to start pulling out tricks and stuff like that. It's to me this is this needs a crossover thing to take all them down. Even though they wouldn't stand a chance either. I'm sitting what's going to happen? That people, maybe Lena Luthor's going to put a suit on.
Don't encourage it, please.
Or maybe she lets Jimmy Olsen wear it. That would be even better. So yeah, they're through in this dumb plot line of bringing in magically, because Supergirl can inject her with kryptonite, all of a sudden it means she's got the capability to beat her in a one-on-one fight. And now we're going to bring in more of them. It's crazy. I would have wrote this season way better. That's why you're getting mad at me for having Supergirl get battered again. Hello. That makes more sense. Did you watch this episode? Let's talk numbers.
Unfortunately, I did. I'll give it, 6, maybe 6.5. I think this episode is the embodiment of stretching this comic book thing a bit too thin for me. They've got, 4 shows now, a 5th for Black Lightning, and they keep on recycling the damn plots across all the shows, and it's getting frustrating, for me anyway.
But when I offer something fresh and exciting, you get mad at me.
You don't offer something fresh and exciting.
Yeah.
You get beat up again, well, so what?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a show where they did that and it was really good, but I can't think of what show it was. So yeah, I'll give it a 7.5 because at least Kara looked good in this episode. And Brainiac 5 was, I guess, kind of cool.
Yeah, he was okay. Although another stupid thing when she used the heat vision on the door, and they built it up with the music like it's this massive moment, and she would have stood there when it was a door.
It weren't that music. There's a song they play when it's a big moment, and they did it in season 1 against Red Tornado, and it was a sick moment, like really, really good. And then they just every opportunity since then, like they did it when Alex was on the ship going into space and Supergirl had to find the strength to push it back. That wasn't, you know, like the first time they did it with Red Tornado, that music, that was sick. And now they just throw it out for anything, and it's just like to kind of add emotional depth to it, and it's like it's never going to be as good as that moment. So they've ruined that as well, but it weren't the same music. But I know what you're talking about, the slow motion and the bits of and it's like nothing's happening.
Oh, and another coma. I forgot about that. I was complaining about that in a crossover. Cisco magically winds up in a coma. Now we got another one again. Great, who's next? My money's on Iris. She's the next one for a coma, I guarantee you.
Which has been in a coma for the past 3 seasons. I'm Sam.
I'm Matt.
We'll see you next time on the Superhero Hub.